Hey, my friends, it's Paula, your direct sales mentor, and I'm coming in today to talk all about consistency. I actually dropped a poll yesterday, and Linda Hamill, you posted that you needed to know more about consistency. So today we're going to talk about consistency. If you didn't see that particular piece of content that I dropped and give your vote, I encourage you to go vote because I'm going to be creating trainings that will help you with the things that you're struggling with. So, if there's not something there listed that you're struggling with, just create your own little message to me down below that piece of content, and I want you to let me know what you're struggling with. And I'm going to create a video about it. So today it's all about your recipe for consistency. And this is going to be the secret to you showing up without burning out. You're able to show up every single day like you're supposed to without the burnout. So I want you to raise your hand if you've ever said, I know what to do, I just don't do it consistently. I have said that many, many times, even recently. And so you're not alone. It's just a matter of creating a system and a schedule that you feel like you can stick to, and then you're going to implement and act on that schedule all the time. So it's the same for me. You're not alone. Consistency is one of the most common struggles I hear from amazing women, just like all of you, in direct sales. You're not lazy, you're not broken, your systems aren't broken, you may just not have any, but you really just may be overloaded and unsure about what actually matters or what you need to be doing. I've been there too, where I had no clue what to do. So today I'm going to give you the recipe for consistency. One you can actually follow and start to create your own system. Whether you're building your business for your beauty business, your jewelry business, a wellness brand, or anything in between, whatever it is, this is going to help you finally show up without burning out. So if that sounds like exactly what you need, I want you to drop recipe below because I want to help you here. I really want to give you the systems that you need. You see, I struggled in my own business for 25 years. And I don't want you to continue to do the same things I did and be 25 years later and say, why didn't I listen? Why didn't I stop to create what I needed? You may have to pause for a minute and create what you need to be able to move forward. So please don't keep spinning in the hamster wheel. Listen and put these things in place. So, why do you struggle? Why do we all struggle with consistency? So, let's call it out. You are not the problem. You think you're the problem, but you're not the problem. You are not the problem. Most direct sellers are handed a to-do list. Maybe it's a mile long, maybe it's not what you're comfortable with, it's not you. Does it sound like you? Maybe it's not really a system that you can manage. I've been there. It's like baking a cake with no recipe. You're given the cake, but you don't have the recipe. So you're being told you got to go create this cake and you don't know what to do next to fix the cake. So you just get a pile of ingredients, but you don't know how to mix it all together. So you need a recipe. You need a rhythm that you can follow every single day, every single week, quarterly, monthly, and annually. And a simple system that tells you exactly what you're supposed to do next. So you don't have to think about it. Too many ideas equals confusion. You will get confused if you continue to follow so many people that you don't know which way to turn to next. Or if you continue to fly by the seat of your pants, you're going to be confused. You don't know what to do next. There's no plan. That equals overwhelm. You are thinking about quitting. I know you are because I've talked to some of you, and I also know that because I was there. So that equals overwhelm because you don't have a plan. You don't know what to do next. Inconsistent actions equal inconsistent results, right? So we don't want to do that anymore. We want to have consistency happening so the results start to pile on each other and the momentum builds. So let's talk next about the 5 ingredients for your consistency recipe. This is what I call the consistency recipe. 5 ingredients that are going to help you finally show up consistently, even on the days that you are so busy you don't know you're going to get it all done. So here they are. First is clarity. You need to know your goals, your income goals, your clients, your parties, your team, your how much content you want to create. You need to know and be clear, very clear on what it is you're trying to do. So if you're not clear, you want to get that clarity first. Number two, you need a content system, which is what I teach. I teach you guys all this. You need a content calendar that's a rinse and repeat calendar. It could be a spreadsheet, a notebook, it can be a piece of paper. I don't care what it is. You need a content system. And we can talk more about that, but you need a system. You need a daily routine. And many of you, I've not talked about it a lot lately, but many of you have heard me talk about my blitz, my 30-minute blitz, where you take 10 minutes and you engage with other people's content, whether you go to their profile or other groups or whatever. You take 10 minutes and you invite people to maybe your group, or you just message them and start a conversation with them. And then you have 10 minutes where you drop new content. You actually go to your profile and your group and you drop content. That is your 30-minute blitz. And I encourage you to do that once, twice, or three times a day, depending on how fast you want to grow. But you need a daily routine. You need to know what needs to happen every single day. The next one is tracking. I know we don't like to track. It's not fun to really track. We don't feel like it's doing anything, but it really is. It helps you to know who you're going to follow up with, who you need to DM next, who you need to message next, who you need to send that email to, who you need to maybe follow up with to see if they're ready to connect with you or whatever. And I do that through my CRM, my customer relationship management tool, but you can do it through a notebook, you can do it through a spreadsheet, you can do it all kinds of ways, and we can talk about that. And the last one is accountability. You don't have to do this alone. I encourage you, do not do this alone. When I found people to help me and to pour into me and hold me accountable, I did much better. So use a coach, a group, a business bestie. Your direct sales mentor will be glad to help you. So don't try to add everything all at once. Start with just one thing and get an accountability partner. And I can be that for you. Next, we want to talk about what this looks like when you actually put action to it. Okay. So, what does it look like in real life? Not some little Pinterest perfect little schedule, but what does it look like? So, let's talk about it. Monday might be messaging all your leads. Like every Monday, you spend time messaging your leads. You prep your content for the week on Monday. I do that. You engage in any groups that you're in, because when you engage in groups, people see your content more because you're engaging with people in those groups. And when people see more of your content, they come closer to you. And when you talk about your product, then you have more of an audience watching to see your content. You guys, please get this. Please get this. Tuesday, you are going to schedule out all that content that you created for the week. So you're going to schedule it. And if you do it by the month, that's even better, but definitely for the week. So then you want to follow up with any leads that you have that are warm. So those people you messaged on Monday, if they are talking to you, you're going to follow up and you're going to go a step further and you're going to take that conversation to a place where maybe you can book that Zoom chat where you can actually talk and show your product. You're also going to invite people on Tuesday to something that's coming up. Maybe it's to join your group. Maybe it's an event that you have coming up in person. Maybe it's an event you have coming up in your group, but you're going to do those invites. Wednesday, go live in your group. I like to go live on Thursdays, but go live in your group. Give value, have fun, teach them something, inspire them. And it can be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but just go live and just get them to see you and know you. Thursday, you could actually batch more content, schedule your content. You could have an event. If you're going to do an event, you could do that on Thursdays. But it's sort of a catch up day from all the other things that you've been doing. And Friday, you want to engage again. Shout out a client or a team member. Show your face. Do selfies. And then Saturdays and Sundays, you could do selfies. You could do scripture posts, things like that. You don't need an 8-hour workday. You just need to be focused with the time that you have. And maybe you don't know what to do in that time. And that's where this consistency is going to come in, because you're going to figure out by following these things that I've told you exactly what the number one things are that you need to focus on. And this consistency of these things is going to show you that, and it's going to create the momentum that you need. So, let's talk about motivation for a minute. So let me just be real with you. Motivation will ghost you. You're not going to always feel like doing this. I'm not going to get into it, but I had something happen recently where I didn't have everything done the way it was supposed to be done. and I stayed up late in my office working to get things done so I could stay somewhat on track. And I wasn't motivated to do that. I did it because I said I was going to show up. And I did it because it was on the task list, it was on the system. So you won't always feel like it. I can tell you that. But here's the truth: consistency creates confidence. You're going to be more confident in what you're doing when you are showing up consistently. Many of you quit too many times too quick. So don't do that. Keep going. Confidence creates results. So when you're consistent, you create the confidence. Your confidence is going to create the result, and you don't wait to feel motivated. You just keep going and you work the system. You create a system that's so simple that you can follow it even when you're tired. You know what that next step is, and you're tired, maybe you're behind, but you're like, I know what the next step is, so let me just do it. And that's what I did recently. So let's build your consistency recipe together. I want to help you. You don't have to do this alone. And if you want help building your very own consistency recipe, your recipe for success with real tools, templates, a schedule that fits you, that fits your life, that you're not going to have to do what other people are doing. You can do it around the life that you have. Isn't that what we all want? We want a business, we want to be successful, but we're busy trying to do this cookie cutter thing that's not working. I can tell you, when you start being you, be real, be authentic, and you show up consistently, you create the system that will work for you based on the guidance that I'm going to give you, then you're going to have success. I promise. I promise. So drop consistency now. If you want to know more about this, if you want a free strategy call with me where you can map out a plan that you can stick to, because it's your consistency recipe and it's your recipe for success. So drop consistency below, and I'll see you next time right here on the Direct Selling Success Show. I've got lots more things coming. If you did not get to go and see that content that I did where you can do your vote for content, go do that, because I'll be doing a video for you. Linda, this one was for you again. So you guys drop consistency now, because I want to help you get your plan in place. I can't wait to talk to you on our next little Zoom chat with just me and you. I'll see you soon. Have a great day.